everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I have a Feel Unique pick and mix unboxing. If you're not aware of what this is, it is a sample service offered by the website Feel Unique, and once a month you can log onto their website and choose from an array of different samples, be it hair care, skincare, perfume and occasionally makeup. And each month you can pick 5 different samples and all you need to pay is the £3.95 shipping. When you get confirmation of dispatch of your samples, you will also get a gift voucher in reimbursement of your £3.95 shipping. So in effect, it is actually a free service. I've been using this service now for a good couple of years and I love picking samples each month. How I do these videos is, first of all, I'll go over the samples that I picked from last month and give you my review on them. And then I'll go through and show you the samples that I've chosen this month. This is not a subscription service, you're not tied into a contract or anything like that, so you can just use this service as and when you wish, although you can only get it once a month. Just to note, because I won't really be able to tell until I'm editing, the lighting and everything may look a little different today, and that's because I'm actually filming in the afternoon. I do normally film my videos of a night once my daughter's gone to bed, so because she's currently not home at the moment, I'm filming in the day, so hopefully everything looks okay. And I'm also aware that there might be slightly more traffic noise than usual because obviously there's more cars in the day, but I'll see once I come to editing. So why don't we go over the samples that I tried from last month first. The first one is from Clarins. This was a Dry Touch Sun Care Cream. If you are based in the UK, you will know that we've not had the best weather in the past month. Usually at this time of the year we've had a decent few days of sun, but unfortunately not for this year, so I haven't had many opportunities to use this, and I think I've only tried it a couple of times. It did come in a little squeezy tube which I have mislaid, so I'm thinking might be in my handbag. It's a nice enough sun cream. It does have an SPF of 30. I do agree with the dry touch, it did blend into the skin really quickly and it didn't feel greasy like some sun creams can do. I have been loving the face sun cream from Bondi Sands and I don't love this one as much as that, but it is a nice enough sun cream. As I say, this one has SPF of 30, whereas the one from Bondi Sands is 50, so I think I'd rather have the 50. But I just wanted to give this one a try, and it is something, like I said, I can't find the actual tube of it because I think it's in my handbag. It is a perfect little size to have to take out with me. So what I'm probably going to do with this one going forward is use the Bondi Sands one before I go out, but then I do have this one in my handbag to reapply. This did contain 5ml of product, but because I'm just using it on my face, I don't need too much of it, so I think this sample should last a decent amount of time. But once I've worked my way through this one, I probably won't repurchase it. Then I tried this facial oil from True Beauty. This one is the Certified Organic Balancing Safflower and Basil facial oil. This one looks like I haven't touched it at all, but I have actually used this quite a few times. You need the tiniest of amounts with this oil because it is quite potent. It also does have quite a strong scent to it. This is the third one of these that I've tried now. I've tried one with rosehip oil and I've also tried one with rosemary, and I think sort of scent wise this one for me kind of sits in the middle. This one does have a definitely different scent to those ones. The other two that I have are more floral and sort of herby scented, whereas this one is kind of musky, kind of aftershavey. So I don't absolutely love that as a facial oil. It's more kind of like a fragrance mist than a facial oil. So this one, I say, it kind of sits in the middle with the fragrance because the other ones can be a bit too floral. But it is great because you literally need the tiniest of drops, kind of one on your forehead and one on each cheek. It is a slightly greasy oil and I feel like this one is a bit more greasy than the other ones that I have, so I can sort of, when I use it and then go to bed for the night, I can feel a slight residue on my pillow, but it's absolutely fine. I've definitely tried more greasier oils. It does leave my skin feeling really nice and fresh and soft the next day, so I do like it, but out of the 3 that I've tried, I don't think it's my absolute favourite. Then I tried this moisturiser from Institute Esthederm. This is the Intensive Hyaluronic Cream. This is, I think, the second product that I've tried from this brand, and it is quite a pricey brand, but you can definitely feel it in the quality of the moisturiser. It does apply to the skin so nice, it blends in beautifully and it just feels luxurious, but not in a heavy way that some more expensive creams can be. So I did really enjoy this, and I think I enjoyed the last one I tried as well. I definitely feel like it does hydrate my skin and my skin feels super soft once I use this one. I think I used this three or four times overall, and I still do have a little bit left in the sachet. Kind of left it in there, it's a bit awkward to get out, but I just wanted to keep it all together. This is a product where I wouldn't go in afterwards with a facial oil because I felt like this was definitely enough. I don't love it enough that I would justify the price point of it, but it's really nice to have a little bit of luxury like this every so often. Then I tried this moisturiser from Grown Alchemist. This is the Age Repair Peptide Moisturiser. This one was okay. It was slightly greasy on the skin. It didn't have the best scent to it. It was slightly floral, kind of old lady type scent, but not too strong, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I didn't love this one. You don't need much product at all, and I made that mistake a couple of times of going in with too much, so a little does go a long way, which I think it is a pricey product, so that's fine. But it is a slightly greasy moisturiser. It did sort of slip side slightly around the face, and it took a while to blend in. I did have issues with this a couple of times where if I put it over a certain product it wouldn't quite blend in properly and you'd need less of it. So this would be a product that's kind of a learning curve as to what it works well with. So it was really nice to try it. I didn't notice any anti-aging properties or anything like that with it, but in such a small sachet you're probably not going to. It was nice enough to use it while I had it, but yeah, not one I'd repurchase. And then the final one is from the brand Indie Lee. This is an active oil-free moisturiser. I didn't like this one at all. The main reason is probably the scent with this one. It just kind of smelled like it was off slightly. I don't know what it is that it smells like. It was quite strong, and it was one of those where I actually would have to go in with the true oil afterwards, because with this being quite strongly scented it would disguise the smell of this one. So yeah, I didn't like the smell of this one at all. The moisturiser itself, even though it said oil free, it was nice and lightweight, but I feel like it was ever so slightly greasy. So I didn't love how this felt on the skin, and I didn't like the smell of it at all, and I had to immediately go in and cover it with something else. So I actually only used this one a couple of times because, say, the scent just did generally turn my stomach, so this one was not good for me at all. So that is the 5 samples that I tried from last month. Couple of hits, couple of misses, but that's why this sample service is good, because it's a way to try products that I generally wouldn't have picked up. So why don't we now go into the samples that I've chosen from this month. What I like to do with any of my unboxings is go through and work out the value of each of the items. Because this is technically a free sample service, it doesn't matter at all because I've not paid for the service, but I'm still naturally curious as to how much kind of value, as it were, that I can get out of the service. So as I go through, I will give you the full size price details as well as the value of each of the samples. If I'm honest, there's nothing really in this pack of samples that I'm genuinely excited about. I don't feel like there's very much choice available this month, so I've kind of just picked 5 samples for the sake of it, as it were. So I'm hoping they do refresh their samples again sometime soon. The first one that I picked is from the brand Vichy. This is the Lift Active Supreme SPF 30 Day Cream. And this says it's intensive anti-wrinkle and firming care, which I'm definitely all about at the moment. I'm gravitating towards anti-wrinkle products because I just feel like it's deteriorating quickly, so I need to do something about it. This one on the back just says smooths wrinkles, reinforces firmness, has a lifting effects, but to avoid the eye contours. So the full size of this is 50ml for £30. So I work out that this 1.5ml sachet is worth 90p. So we'll see what this one's like. With this only being 1.5ml, I'll probably only get a couple of uses out of this. So I'm not going to be able to notice any anti-aging after that small amount of uses, but I just like to see how the creams themselves feel. Then I picked something up from the Organic Pharmacy. This is the Antioxidant Cleansing Jelly. It says it's got carrot, grapefruit and alpha lipoic acid for all skin types, and it says to cleanse and revive. It just says massage onto dry skin to transform jelly into deep cleansing oil. Apply water to emulsify before rinsing off. For best results, remove with a muslin cloth soaked in hand hot water, suitable for use on the eyes. So I was really intrigued by this, with it being a cleansing jelly, and even more so now it's saying it like emulsifies and turns into an oil and things. So this one sounds quite good. This one is just 2ml of product, so again, not an awful lot, and I probably will only get a couple of uses out of this one, but I was intrigued enough to give it a go and see what it's like. I haven't heard of this brand before, so I didn't really know where they would be price point wise, and it did look, the packaging wise, sort of like a slightly cheaper product, but it is actually more expensive than I thought. The full size of this is 100ml for £38, so I work out that this sachet is worth 76p. Then I picked this interesting looking product, and this one is from Uriage. This is the Baraderm Seeker Daily Serum to reinforce, strengthen, rebalance and unify, whatever they kind of mean in terms of your skin. It says it has a 10.5% thermal biotic complex, again, whatever that means, and it contains Centella asiatica, hyaluronic acid and dipeptide. It says for fragile skin. And then on the back it just says apply morning and evening all over the face before using your daily cream onto perfectly cleansed and dry skin. Avoid contact with the eyes. So yeah, I'm really intrigued by this one. It looks very scientific, so we'll see what this one's like. Hopefully it's going to be hydrating. I quite like that it's in a slightly more unique style of packaging. I just don't know how that's going to work once I've opened it to sort of store it, if I want to get multiple uses out of it. It is 1.5 mil of product, so it's probably only going to be 2 uses anyway, unless a little goes a long way, but this one's going to be quite fun to store while I'm using it. So the full size of this is £30.90 for 30 mil of product. So I work out that this is worth £1.55, which for a very small little blister pack seems like quite a lot. Then I picked something up from the brand Juice Beauty. This is the Green Apple Age Defy Moisturiser. And this one says that it's to brighten and smooth with this clinically proven Age Defy Moisturiser that combines certified organic botanical juices with a powerful antioxidant cocktail of alpha lipoic acid, which that was in something else, I believe. It smooths appearance of fine lines, antioxidant rich, provides plumping moisture to the skin, helps fight free radicals with rich antioxidants and vitamin C. And then this is just a 1 ml sachet, so really not much product at all, possibly only 1 use. This sample's been available for a long time, but because it is only 1 ml of product, I've never got around to picking it up. But like I said, choices were quite limited this month, so I thought better late than never to give this one a go and see what it's like. Plus I do like things that are apple, and hopefully this is apple scented. So the full size of this is 60 ml for £50, so I work out that this 1 ml is worth 83 pence. We'll see what this one's like. I don't think I have tried it before, even though it's been on the website forever, but we'll see what I think about it. And then the final sample is from the brand Gunot, I think it is, and this is the Age Logic Cream Longevity Face Cream. This one just says it gives the skin a more youthful appearance. Apply daily, morning and evening to the face after cleansing thoroughly and avoid the eye. So this is another one that I think has been on there for a long time, but this one was actually quite difficult to find a price of. There wasn't a full size of this on Feel Unique at all, so I did have to go to, I think it was the All Beauty website I ended up finding it on. And I hadn't really heard of this brand before other than seeing samples in this service, but turns out it's quite an expensive brand. So the full size of this is 50 ml for £110. So this is a 3 ml tube, which I work out is worth £6.60. So £6.60 is quite a lot for such a small tube that is only 3 ml, but we'll see what this product's like. Hoping I don't love it, because I'm not going to be spending £110 on a new moisturiser, but we'll see what it's like. So that is all the samples for this month. Like I said, it was kind of slim picking, so I've just picked products that looked kind of interesting. There's nothing here that I'd heard of before that I genuinely want to try to see if I want to potentially purchase it. I've just sort of picked the samples for the sake of it because I like doing this every month. But you never know, sometimes I do that and I am genuinely surprised by one of the products and I go on to repurchase it. So we'll see what I think about them next month once I've reviewed them. Tossing up the grand total of all these samples, I get that the value is £10.64. Obviously a large chunk of that is down to this one, but again, considering that this is technically a free service and I've got £10 worth of products, that's pretty good. But other than that, that is it for today's unboxing. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.